Hello students, this video is for Dr. Amaya TELS 3363 class, and the topic of the video is technical definitions. For the topic overview, there are two passages that come from the book that are really good, and so I'm going to read these verbatim. First, definitions explain terms or concepts that are specialized and may be unfamiliar to people who lack expertise in a particular field. And of course here the people we're talking about is your audience, whoever that may be. So definitions is your attempt to explain terms that you want to be sure that your audience understands. The second one, precision, is particularly important in specialized fields, in which field-specific terminology is common and undefined terms may prevent the overall document from making sense. Again, you are thinking of your audience in this instance, and you are trying to decide what level of expertise to put into your definition, what level of explanation, what level of knowledge they need in order to understand it. So the two things you'll be looking at are the definitions and the precision. When thinking about the purpose of providing technical definitions, there are a couple of things we want to consider. First, what is it about this that my audience needs to understand? Once again, you need to put yourself in the shoes of your audience and look at the document and see what terms, what items that you're discussing may need definition. An example of this is a manufacturer's guarantee. If your company provides a guarantee over some product or service that they provide, then you need to make sure that the terms within this document are clear to both parties. Otherwise, there could be some confusion and it could be expensive. There are also legal implications, so many of the documents that are put out by companies do have legal implications, even when they're not totally legal documents. An example of one of these is an apartment lease agreement. And in this agreement, you'll find terms like lessee and lessor. Those are not commonly used by people in everyday life, so it's important that that lease agreement explains what those mean. There are also ethical implications that happen. For instance, whenever you create or your company create a document that has acceptable risk in it. Acceptable risk to your company, for instance, if it's an automotive manufacturer, may be different than acceptable risk to the mother of a toddler who's driving your car. These things need to be defined. There are also social implications, societal implications like the term genetic engineering. Again, what it means to a scientist may be different than what it means to a layperson. Also, what it means in some contexts, it's a big, broad term, and in other contexts, it's a little tight term. So if you're going to use a term like genetic engineering in your documentation, you probably need to define it.